Hello everyone, this is Gemini Jets 1975 coming at you with a very special 100 subscriber video. I want to start off, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. After about a month and a little bit ago hitting 50 subscribers, I never thought I would hit 100 so fast. But all thanks to you guys for supporting my programming and continuing to subscribe. Again, thank you all very much. Now let's get started with this video here. Braniff International was a very unique airline. They were the first airline to go bankrupt after deregulation. And beginning in 1965, they were no longer your plain everyday airline. They began to paint their aircraft in very bright colors. This was probably this was one of the first liveries right here that they started after that. There were about 7, maybe 8 colors that they used, and with a solid body and a white tail. And when the 747-100 came into the fleet, of course that was the livery that they used. But this particular 747, it never changed, even until the day the airline shut down in 1982. So anyway, let's get started with this particular livery here. It's fairly simple. It's very bright. I'm sure I saw this plane a couple times, but I was so young I don't really remember it. It was primarily used on the DFW Honolulu route, Flight 501. This aircraft had the distinction of having more flight hours on it than any 747 in existence at the time when Braniff went bankrupt. So this aircraft eventually wound up with Tower Air, and after that it was disposed of, if I remember reading that properly. You've got your orange pumpkin fuselage here, Braniff International in big letters. And then on the tail it's a white background with the BI logo. Quite simple, but very extravagant for the time. Apparently the inside of this plane was quite extravagant as well. Here, in observance of the U.S. bicentennial in 1976, or for 1976, Alexander Calder was hired to paint an aircraft a special livery. He also painted a DC-8 earlier, but that plane, it's quite expensive. I don't have it. I've seen it on eBay a few times, but it is expensive. But I do have the Flying Colors of America. One thing to note, though, before Alexander Calder passed away, he actually began work on a third one called the Salute to Mexico, the Flying Colors of Mexico. And he had a model painted, but it was never actually painted on a plane. On this livery, you got the Calder name above the boarding door. You got red, white, and blue wavy stripes all over the plane. Blue on the wings, and then you got blue here, blue on the tail. It's just basically, you know, it looks kind of snaky, but it's representation of the American flag. I don't ever remember seeing this livery, but next, after the initial Jelly Bean aircraft, the next livery that Braniff introduced was called the two-tone scheme, and this is basically 2 colors. There was red and orange here. Then you have two-tone blue. Actually, no, this is two-tone red. I think it's red and ochre. That's the same color that Southwest used. And then orange and blue. So, on the first one here, the red, got red and ochre. You've got the top and the white cheat line separating the top and the bottom colors. Braniff International titles with the American flag. Then you got the flying colors, which that was the name of this two-tone scheme. And then you got BI logo, and then a stripe of the second color. If you've ever seen photos of Braniff's terminal at DFW after the bankruptcy, after they shut down, there were a whole bunch of these planes scattered all around, parked in, various positions. All the jetways filled, except for the couple airlines that had moved into the gates on the far end of the airport. So, very sad. Next one, we've got, of course, the two-tone green. Got dark green and lime green. So you've got basically the same deal. You got dark green, the lime green, flying colors, BI, the orange, and then you've got over here the blue. I really like the blue. Light blue, dark blue. And then finally, there was a livery. The final livery that Braniff International introduced was called the Ultra scheme. I don't have any 727s with this, but you're going to get the general idea with the 747 SP. After deregulation, Braniff decided that they were going to expand rapidly because the CEO thought that if they expanded, then they would have a foothold on these markets, and when the government decided to re-regulate the airline industry, that they would have an upper hand. And of course that never happened. So the rapid expansion is pretty much blamed for Braniff going bankrupt, but there's a whole, there's a whole slew of other reasons it could have happened. If you're really interested in this subject, there's actually a book by John Nance. He is actually an aviation consultant with ABC News now. He was a pilot for Braniff. It's called, let me see here. Called, here, let me finish this real fast. Okay, you've got Braniff International, the orange, and then your Boeing 747 SP, and there's the cheat line that was a hallmark of the Ultra scheme, and they took the BI off of the tail. Basically, Braniff had a fleet simplification plan, or a standardization plan. The 727s were used to Mexico and within the continental United States. The DC-8, which I do not have one of, they were used to South America, and later on 747s were mixed in. And the 747 was used to Europe and Hawaii, pretty much exclusively. Let me get this book here. Oh, here it is. It's called Splash of Colors. Let me show you a picture. It's called The Self-Destruction of Braniff International, Splash of Colors by John Nance. And this book will explain how he believes it was far, far more than overexpansion that killed Braniff. I believe the same thing. Because if certain things didn't happen, if certain events didn't unfold, like the recession and oil prices going sky high and people not flying the airline anymore because they thought they were going to go bankrupt tomorrow. They could have survived. But anyway, that's for another video or discussion, whatever. Anyway, guys, after the bankruptcy, Braniff did restart. It's commonly referred to as Braniff 2 in 1986. Much simpler livery. I wish I had one of those, but as far as I know, a 727 and that does not exist. But check on airliners.net. You can see some really cool photos of that. There were also one, possibly two other incarnations of Braniff that didn't even do as well as Braniff 2. And their planes actually looked a lot more like the originals. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this special 100th subscriber video. Thank you guys so much again. I look forward to 200, 300, 500, 1,000 subscribers, whatever, you know, the sky's the limit. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, anyone out there, if there's any airlines you would like to see a video of, and or as far as the Liveries and Aircraft series. And I will see you all in the next video.